US inflation hit a 30-year high just recently, while UK price growth lifted to levels not seen since 2011, driven by Europe's energy crisis. But Reserve Bank of Australia Governor Philip Lowe insists when it comes to the wave of inflation sweeping the globe, Australia is different. Why? Find out by watching this video. Australia's inflation rate is stunningly low. At just 1.0% in annual terms, it is well below the bottom of the RBA target band of 2 to 3%, and it is low for reasons that are not all that favorable. There is a simple and well-established link between an economy's strength and the inflation rate. It suggests that when an economy is strong, with people spending rapidly, businesses ramping up their investment, and the unemployment rate falling, inflation is high or rising. So simply put, the economy is too weak, and the unemployment rate is too high. It is high because, in these strong and optimistic economic times, businesses feel they can edge up their selling prices without driving away customers. Optimistic customers are willing to pay higher prices as of favorable financial circumstances. What usually happens in these circumstances is interest rates go up. In lifting interest rates, the Reserve Bank wants to discourage borrowing and encourage savings, and those people with debt will have to allocate more of their otherwise disposable cash to pay interest on the debt. This means they have less spare cash for elsewhere in the economy, and as a result, the economy slows, and with a lag, inflation falls back. In Australia, inflation is very low, and it is easy to determine why. The growth rate in the domestic economy is weak. Consumer spending is slightly above income growth, and business investment is still in free fall. Housing construction is one area of strength, but there are signs that new activity is topping out, and the prior construction boom will leave a glut of the property when the building that is currently half-built is completed. Amid this, the labor market is fragile. The bulk of the still modest increase in employment in recent months has been heavily skewed to part-time workers, which means that household income growth is subdued. Part-timers take home less cash than full-timers. Even though it is off its peak, the unemployment rate remains stubbornly high at around 5.75%. Many workers want to work more hours, but employers can't give them extra job opportunities because of the soft economy. This comes to the monetary policy implications of today's CPI. Australia's economy increased in the June quarter as consumers kept spending and energy exports boomed, offering hope activity can weather sharply higher interest rates and cost of living pressures. Data from analysts showed that GDP increased by 0.9% in the second quarter, in line with forecasts, and up on the first quarter's 0.7% rise. Annual growth accelerated to 3.6% as the lowest unemployment rate in almost 5 decades underpinned household incomes and spending. Indeed, so resilient was the economy that the RBA has had to embark on an uber-aggressive tightening campaign to try to cool activity and restrain runaway inflation. The central bank recently raised its cash rate by 50 basis points to a 7-year high of 2.35%. Bringing the total tightening since May to an eye-watering 225 basis points. Australia's miners were also flush with cash as a global scramble for energy boosted prices for coal and gas. Coal alone brought in more than 100 billion Australian dollars, which is $67 billion in the year to June, helping exports contribute 1.1% points to Q2 GDP. All these dollars showed up in nominal GDP, which increased around 4.3% in the quarter, and a blistering 12.1% for the year, taking output to a record 2.3 trillion Australian dollars, which is $1.54 trillion. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed today's video and found it interesting, then make sure to leave us a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to be always updated with the most exciting content as soon as it's uploaded. Thanks for watching. See you again soon in another video.